Hello and welcome back to We're trying Super Dungeon Muncher. I've been waiting for this for a bit. I've been tracking its development. It looks great. Every time it crossed my timeline, I was like, I want to play that. And now I'm playing that. Anyway, this is I really hesitate to say it's got some traditional roguelike vibes, but this is one of I don't know, where are we at this point with the whole roguelike thing? I really appreciate this game's got some traditional roguelike elements blended with real-time elements. So we've got a little guy up top, he's eating the dungeon, and we have basically in the same sense of like a traditional roguelike, we've got turn-based movement and combat. But it's more of a puzzle game. I'm just gonna say that plays a bit more like a puzzle game than it does like either a traditional roguelike or normal. Oh god. So I'm gonna be talking a little bit about this game's difficulty. It's actually not as bad as when you first started. It's definitely one of those games that you're gonna get better at as you play. I've put a little bit of time into this, and a lot of like the challenge level comes down to me figuring out the optimal path for some of these. I don't know what to call them. They're not rooms per se, but just like puzzles. You're gonna find the optimal route, and eventually you'll get good enough, competent enough that you can get through these without taking damage ever. I'm not at that stage yet. Oh god, they're throwing like my least favorite combat sections, but you can see I've figured that one out pretty well. I made the mistake of oh god, it's hard to think or speak while I play this game. I would say I don't know if it's a criticism per se. I don't think it is necessarily. I think it's the point of the game, but definitely it's a game that challenges you to think on the spot, and like really like you really have to like figure things out with a time constraint. That is the game, really. Hold on. All right, here we go. Now, the game does give you a couple of tools to your disposal. The only one really being that you can see the guy's arms or hands grab the side of the dungeon, so you know where the stopping point is. He takes a breath between munches, so you can see his hands are grabbed onto this, so I know that if I stay right here, oh, I'm safe. Came real close though. Okay, there, and then, okay, I know I have to be quick about that one. You gotta be quick about all of those. Oh, by the way, so I didn't figure out for the longest time what the actual point of the game was. I didn't understand necessarily. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, I went for it. I shouldn't have gone for it. There's a few things going on here. There is combat, but by and large, combat is to be avoided at all costs. This is not it does not play in the normal traditional roguelike sense in that you are, trying to develop your character. There's no XP. There are weapons and tools and equipment. However, those are limited use. So even when you get them, I think you benefit mostly by like trying to avoid using them. So it's different in that sense. It plays more like a survival game in some ways. Okay, so sorry, I'm just going to concentrate here. So I've got pitfalls. They're one step, and then you can use them to kill enemies, which is kind of nice. But they also kill you, obviously, if you step back into them. We have health occasionally, ranged around the level. This is simple so far. I haven't even seen the second level. In fact, I wasn't even sure if there was a second level, because I kept dying so much, and also I would get far enough into this level that I started to question, can I even like win? Is there a win condition? I'm not sure. There is a win condition. I wouldn't say I cheated and looked it up, but I did look through. You might have noticed at the beginning there's a very wide array of characters that you can unlock, and you can see the conditions for which you unlock those characters. If you look through those, I'm not going to spoil it per se. I mean, whoops. Oh, I have killed myself. I am a fool, and I die as such. You can kind of spoil things by looking at the win conditions for some of those characters or some of the unlock conditions, or at least it'll give you a hint. It'll pretty much outright tell you what you're supposed to do. And if you don't read those, I won't say it's super obvious what you're supposed to do, but we're gonna go through it today. I have not won here yet. I have not beaten this first level yet, so it'll be something that I haven't seen yet. It's an interesting thing. In a way, this game kind of reminds me of, forget what that game is. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Because it is taking this, like, traditional roguelike mechanic of, like, you know, turn-based combat and movement, and it's doing something interesting with it. The fact that I have to, like, in real time consider my turns very, very quickly, or, you know, or else face death is interesting, and it does put you on the spot a little bit. So you'll learn when it comes to the movement of certain enemies, what you can get away with and what you can't get away with. Like if an enemy is on the same, like, facing you on your right, you can move into its space at the same time that it moves to the right. Yeah, okay. I could go for that health, but I really don't want to risk it. And sometimes you'll get health out of those jars, so I don't stress it too much. Okay, so we want to go into these bathrooms. Believe it or not, those are kind of, yeah. I've come to know that arrangement before. I don't know what to call these islands, puzzles. They're not really puzzles at all, or sorry, they're not really rooms. There's not really any segments. Sometimes they're pretty seamless. I guess islands. This is not correct. There we go. I would love to get that sword, but you might notice I haven't gotten an equipment piece at all. I had I would say a problem with this game. I was a little annoyed at the fact that I wasn't getting any equipment, and I thought maybe that the game was luck-based in that way. It's not really luck-based. The equipment doesn't help you as much as you want it to help you. If you are hoping that as soon as you get your first piece of equipment, hey, I'm finally getting somewhere. No, you're not finally getting somewhere. That is not the point of the game. The point of the game is not to, like, develop your character, and in that way, it's not really an RPG. It's more of a puzzle game. Okay, get this spider over here so I can run back. And yeah, you'll start to learn methods. It like, that's why I say it's like, it plays kind of like a puzzle game, because you're gonna learn methods for dealing with, oops, I have critically erred. Yep. You're gonna learn methods for dealing with some of those puzzles, with dealing with certain enemy behavior, and eventually that'll give you the tools to see, like, survival. And that really is it. It's you know, your real objective is to survive long enough to see a conclusion. So I don't know if maybe I'm making some of these puzzles look easy, but I promise you there was a lot of death involved in order to learn the behaviors of some of these puzzles. I really, oh god, sometimes you just have to take damage. I feel like damage is really the result of hard-learned lessons and doing certain things incorrectly. But that's okay, it's not the end of the world. So there are a few tools. I should talk about the tools that you can get in this game. You can get a key. I actually thought that they were saws. If you thought they were saws, you're not alone. Cool, we got a heart there. Keys unlock, I guess, doors. These are keys. I really thought that they were saws, and I thought that, you know, oh, they're for cutting down trees. There is an axe, and you can cut down the trees. You might notice that shining tree there. In fact, there's two shining trees. Those are kind of rare, so unusual that we saw one at all. Okay, we still have not seen the win condition here. I hate these birds. I mean, I really hate these birds. I mean, I really hate these birds. They're really, really annoying because they have very unusual behavior and unpredictable behavior at that. We grabbed ourselves a sword. I love that guy. That shopkeep is one of my favorite things in any game ever, because he like literally says things like, I love you and you're the best, and then he dies horribly. God, Mr. Spider, you're such a piece of shit, honestly. I hate you. God, okay. So you might have guessed what the sword does. Sword kills enemies. And actually, and this is why I say combat is to be avoided. It does 2 damage to enemies, but you still take bump damage, right? So even when you have a sword like at your disposal, you are still at the mercy of taking damage from enemies. And remember, the sword is a limited use, so like, you know, even when you've got the sword and you're using it to kill enemies, you're still burning through it. I really want that key. I tried to get some more loot. I like that room because it took me a couple deaths to figure out how to actually go through it. Oops, I errored there. Without taking any damage. I do have to do a run where I don't spend any coins. You don't actually have to buy anything at the shopkeep. Like I say, items are really not super necessary. And, you know, it's one of the things that it was kind of bothering me about this game, because it was like, oh god, yet more meta progression, because I saw all those character unlocks. And yes, the characters are different, and yeah, they play differently, and they have advantages, and they start with weapons and stuff, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. Another game that's gonna give me these character unlocks. And just give me an advantage when I start the game. But I feel like that's me misunderstanding, or it was me misunderstanding the point. And the point is not the equipment. It's like, you know, I'm playing the default character as a choice right now, because you can absolutely beat this game, or at least play through it as default. The other characters, they give you a slight bump advantage, but like, really, that's not going to save you. What's really going to save you is understanding the behaviors of these enemies, and also what you can get away with, like that, for instance. The sword, honestly, I think the best thing about the sword is that it breaks down doors in 1 strike, as opposed to 3 strikes. I think that's the best use, or case use for it. We do have a key. Let's do this. Still no win condition. So you might be wondering what I'm looking for. I'm gonna spoil it for you now, but you might notice those bathrooms, and I have used, like, you know, my tools to get into those bathrooms. Oh, whoa, this is new. I haven't seen this before. What? I didn't even realize that you could get to new levels. I guess I'm not as good at this game as I thought. I really thought that the only way to see new levels was to just be good, or to defeat the monster. Oh god! Oh! Oh, I have to learn an entirely new tool set on the fly. It's a nightmare. Oh, wow. Okay, so that bridge doesn't extend. Good to know. Oh god! Oh no! Okay, so there's a bridge that does not extend the full way. Listen, I know I can defeat the monster. I found out that I could defeat the monster by looking at the high score. I didn't let it play out there, but you might have noticed that when it tallies up your score, that there is a score for defeating the monster at the very bottom there. Oh, that was silly. It's okay, we'll make up for it. There we go. There's a free heart for us. The game's being very merciful in that way. And I also understand that, like, you can get the win condition. So sorry, I keep avoiding the answer here. Maybe partly because I don't want to spoil it, but that's okay. those bathrooms have a small chance, I'm not kidding, of spawning poop. And you need to spawn some poop in order to defeat the monster. It's kind of a weird, gross, you know, solution, but it is what it is because the monster doesn't want to eat the poop, obviously. Oh, that's quite rare for spiders to have power-ups. I'm not gonna go out of my way to kill that guy because I only have 2 health, and so therefore. Oh, there it is. There's the poop. Yo, 1 of 5. He has to eat 5 poops. Oh no, I didn't realize that. That is quite the beef. Okay, well I can do that. I can try anyway. Hey, free heart, thank you. Oh, we need to get the coin. Damn it. One of the worst mistakes you can make in this game is, it's a classic traditional roguelike mistake, is you enter the space that the enemy was about to enter because then you take damage without doing any damage. And if you've done that, since you only have 3 hearts, you only have 3 health, you will not have enough health basically to survive killing the enemy. So yeah, that sucks. So that's why I say combat is to be avoided at all costs if you can possibly do so. Ah, jeez. Okay, we're gonna make up for that by getting that health, and we have two hearts. Yeah, so honestly, you can't even really defeat an enemy unless you have 3 hearts. And so if you've taken a damage, you know for sure that you're not going to survive killing that enemy. And there's no benefit to it at all, by the way. Unless the enemy, you know, the monster has is shimmering. That's the only case scenario in which a monster will actually give you something for killing it. Most of the time, you get nothing. I think sometimes they will drop a coin, but like, are you really doing it for the money? Of course we are. It's capitalism, baby. We're doing everything for money. Everything. Oh, look at all the money they're giving me. Cool. I don't like this one at all. Ooh. Ow. Okay, we only have 1 health left. We gotta be careful now. I do think it benefits you to get as low to the bottom as possible. I've never died accidentally because of that, although I might eat my words one day. I do have to do a run where I get 100 coins. There's a character you can unlock for getting 100 coins, but I don't really want to just yet. I'd rather, you know, give myself the only advantage of being able to buy things. Oh no. Oh, that was risky, bud. I did think that, you know, I was like, can I defeat this monster? I thought maybe if I got a sword, I could like fight his little hands. You gotta think creatively. Oof. That was risky. We have 3 keys right now. I've never had that many keys. It's better, honestly. There's no wait key, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that part, but there's no wait key. I kind of think there should be a wait key, and I'll talk a little bit about why. Oh, okay, fine. We'll take a damage. Ooh, we got a bathroom coming up. Oh, don't want to destroy the poop by accident. Okay, 1 of 5. I cannot believe that we have to do that 5 times. Well, look, there's 1 more. That's nice. Oh, we can cut down this tree and get the hammer. I hate these birds, by the way, because you cannot predict their behavior. It's very random, and I've probably died more times to those birds than almost any other monster. I actually genuinely don't like them as a mechanic because, like, while you're trying desperately to, you know, up against the clock, you're trying to figure out and puzzle out the whole game. Here are these birds completely, like, invalidating a lot of your time and effort to do so because they can't be puzzled out. That was me just playing badly. I was not being quick enough. They cannot be puzzled out. They cannot be reasoned with. They cannot be understood. They are just an element of chaos in a world where you're desperately trying to see logic and reason. I hate those birds. I hate them. Give me a spider any old day. I never thought I'd prefer a spider to a bird, but here we are. Oh, we want to go through this door. This door always has a chest at the end of it, but you have to be quick about it. All right. I weighed the pros and cons. We gave up our shield so that we could be fast. I can't believe I saw snow. Okay, that was some pretty good play right there. We saw snow, and I got two poops of 5 on our monster here. I like the little tiny character elements that the monster has, like the ring on his finger. I actually didn't know that this was that puzzle, so that was just pure luck that I managed to do that. Oh. The ring on his finger and the little earring on his horn is really fun. Okay, I remember this element over here. There's gonna be a snake over here. Yeah, I guess we'll take a damage. I don't like it. We have a key. Let's see if we can get a poop. No poop. Oh, there we go. We did get a poop. So I have really only 2 criticisms. 3 if you count the bird, but I won't count the bird. I'll be merciful about the bird. I really don't like the bird, but we'll forgive the bird. Okay. I only have 2 criticisms to offer this game. One being there's no pause. And in fact, the pause is a trap, and I really don't like that. If I was to hit the pause button right now, it would end the game. I'm using the controller. The game supports or recommends using the controller, and I would agree. I think it is definitely a good way of playing this game. I wish I hadn't taken damage there. But if I press the pause button or the start button on my PS4 controller, then the game just ends. And I really don't like that. I think that sucks. No! Ah! Wish I had a hammer right now. Okay, bud. You win. So let me just exemplify that. Yep. Done. It's gone. You're done. I don't like that. I think that games should have a pause button. I don't care how much it invalidates the game for that one person who cares. I think a pause button is a good thing to have. There's one other criticism I have for this game. The death animations for enemies can actually block you. So like if you do find yourself in a situation where you have to kill an enemy in order to progress, and you're really up against the wire, you can kill an enemy and then their little popping animation is just long enough that it can get you killed. And I find that to be kind of frustrating. I don't mind the animation being like longer, but I would prefer if you could at least walk through the animation while it is doing its thing. So that's really my only criticism. I mean, you can chalk that up to difficulty if you want. Like maybe I shouldn't be taking enough time that I am that pressed for time. You could make that argument, but I would just say, why, like the game already doesn't give you a lot of advantages. Why not just give me that one? Okay, we got a sword. We had, oh no, it was a hammer. Okay, let's bust through that brick. I was really hoping I could get some health. Let's go right for once. Okay. So this is a pretty good run so far. We've, except for the fact that I'm almost dead. I love those guys so much. Okay, we have 25. We could buy a hammer. We have enough keys. Let's buy a hammer. A hammer can save us. I would also like to say, I do think that the game could do with a wait key. The only way I have found to, oh, you know what? That's fine, actually, because we can bust through here, except for the fact that I did the classic mistake of stepping into the direction of the monster, and so therefore we didn't have enough to kill the creature. If I hadn't done that, I might have had enough. Like, I had a sword, I would have been able to kill them. So I do think that the game would just benefit from having a wait button. I don't think there's any reason not to have that, except, you know, like I understand that is a constraint of the game. It is a intentional constraint, except for the fact that it wastes your tools. Whenever you're in a situation, like whenever you get a tool like a hammer or an axe, and then you find yourself like bumping into walls in order to wait, because that is how you wait, then you'll be wasting your tools. And I think that kind of sucks. I don't like that. I would prefer to just like be able to wait without wasting my tools, since seeing as I rarely get to have tools in the first place. I mean, like, you know, the game's pretty challenging. God, are we gonna have enough time? That the animation for the chest opening is just long enough that it can suck. I guess you do get coins and hearts from monsters, but it's not guaranteed. It is completely random. So, like I say, killing an enemy is not advised. Avoid it at all costs. I like that little section because I know I can sneak in and get that key just before the enemy. Oh, right. See, there I go, wasting my hammer. And then it has me like really second guessing myself. That wastes some time. And I also kind of wish that hammers would break jars instantly. That's not really a criticism. That's just a wish. I don't know. Let's buy that and that. Good doing business with you. Dies. I kind of wish there was like... I'm doing a lot of wishing today, I guess. I wish that the shopkeep made a little... you know, when he gets monstered. Oh, there goes my hammer. Also, here's another... I would say this is a genuine criticism, but the tools that you get are not divisible by 3, and a lot of the blocks that they are used against, like for instance the hammer against the blocks or the bricks, the axe against the trees, require 3 strikes in order to break those down. And so I just feel like I'm being kind of shortchanged a little bit when it comes to those. I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to waste my key going for jars. I think this is a bathroom over here. No, never mind. Sometimes you begin to recognize... I don't know. I don't think we need that heart. When you get the shield, it takes over your hearts. Can't remember what this one is. Okay, I'm not really a fan of that one. I haven't figured out how to go through there without taking damage. Get some poop. Hey, there's a poop. Is this a new one? Have I have to start at 1 again? No, we're at 2. Okay. Shame I don't have a key right now. I don't have an axe, so I can't break down that... Oh, I hate this bird so much. Hey, hello, Mr. Shopkeep. I would like a hammer and a shield. Thank you. Goodbye. That's a hit. I'll add my own little sound effect. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need a sound effect. I mean, the shopkeep loves me and he sold me some good items. He doesn't need... I guess, okay, you know, addressing my complaint about items not being divisible by 3. Except this only counts for the sword. Oh god, there I go, wasting items again. I want that key. I didn't have enough time to grab it. I guess the sword doesn't need to be divisible by 3 because most things take 1 hit to destroy. I'm just like thinking out loud, but I think it's funny that items that you pick up have 10 uses in them, except most items want like 9 or 12, right? I guess I could have gotten that shield since I have an axe now. I do think that the sword is the best item because it lets you break down doors in one hit. So this kind of sucks because I have to I have not gotten here all that often. You know what? Let's go in there. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, we only have 1 health left, so I gotta be careful. One little fun quirk about enemies, by the way, is that they get blocked by things like coins. I hate you, bird. I hate you. They get blocked by things like coins, but if you collect that coin, then they're still technically blocked. So you get a kind of a freebie pass. I'm not gonna do that, Jar, because I want to keep my swords. Okay. Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh no! Oh. Okay, let's try a new character. So let's just see here. Oh, we got 1 poop. That's not true. We got more poops than that, didn't we? New character unlocked. Let's have a look at our characters. So this one's chop down 50 trees. This one start with 30 sword and you get 100. I can't remember what it wanted me to do. 100 something. Collect 100 coins maybe. Reach the desert. Sit in a chair. I don't know how to do that one. Probably we have to find a chair first. Open 50 chests. Slay 5 knights. Haven't ever seen a knight. Start with 3 shield. Don't want it. This is honestly, I think, one of the best characters right off the bat. And it's one of the easier ones to make or unlock. But chance for pots to drop equipment is just absurdly powerful. Start on snow. Okay, so we've got like we can start in the advanced levels if we want. That's really nice because that would mean I can start to learn learn this environment without having to traverse the entire first environment again. Whoa, cannons, huh? Are those in real time? Those are in real time? Oh, that sucks. Ow. Ow. Fudge. Wow, okay, the snow place does not mess around. This game really kind of gives me a Nitrome vibe. If you're familiar with Nitrome, they made a lot of Flash games back in the day, and like when I say a lot, I mean a lot. They made a Flash game like once a month for like years, and that was kind of insane and untenable, but now they make like beefier games. They have kind of a hit or miss you know, thing going on. I wouldn't say that all of their games are great, but a lot of them are. Oh god. I don't know what to do about that spider. That spider seems like a real problem, actually. It looks like you have to do combat. Looks like this snow area is really starting to show you that like you're gonna have to do combat, you're gonna have to take damage occasionally, and you can no longer get through areas without taking damage. It feels like the lesson I'm learning from the snow area. I kind of wouldn't mind doing a series of this game. It wouldn't be a long series. I don't think I would necessarily play a lot of this game, but I would definitely do a few episodes, see how far I can get. I definitely think that this is my vibe. I know that a lot of people have come to my channel expecting traditional roguelikes, and I have probably not delivered as many as people would like. So this feels like a compromise. Oh, interesting. I am going to end the video pretty soon, but if you would like to see more of this, definitely let me know. Oh no! All right, that seems like a pretty good place to stop. Super Dungeon Muncher. This game is like $3, by the way. I highly recommend it for that. It's got a great vibe to it. It's got some really nice polish. I got a couple of quips, but they're really they're probably just like a matter of opinion and not necessarily objective. I think the only objective criticism that I would offer the game is it needs a pause button. But other than that, it's a big, it's a hit. I like this game. So it definitely, reminds me of, the punk cake games, the sock pop games. It's got that vibe of like a short and small project executed with a high amount of polish. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, consider subscribing for more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.